Hey everybody, Dr. Fisher here. Today we're going to talk about a question that I get really commonly this time of year, which is what supplements and foods should I change for the summer? So, quick disclaimer before we get moving on too far, this is not medical advice. Please talk to your doctor before you change any items related to your health. Okay, so what are we going to cover? We're going to cover the question of, do we need to change things for the season? And how can we best adapt to the seasons for health? Stay to the end for a bonus, which we're going to talk about what you can do during the spring and summer to really turbocharge your health. So, first things first. What do you put in your mouth 3 times a day? Well, food, of course. So, that's medicine. 3 times a day, sometimes people do it less, but 3 times a day, that food is your medicine. So, in traditional Chinese medicine, we're taught that we should modify our diet to suit the time of year that we're in. If we follow those natural rhythms, we usually get pretty good results. So the simplest way to do this is to eat the food that's in season, okay? So this will help you stay healthy both physically and emotionally. So we're going to talk about a bunch of different foods, 10 of the best cooling summer foods according to Chinese medicine. So, cucumber, which is my 6-year-old's favorite food, literally. I recommend eating that food for early summer, for sure. Cucumber is really cooling, right? It's a vegetable that you can chop up and put it in slices, which, again, my 6-year-old loves to just eat it in the slices. You can throw it in water, you can turn it into ribbons for salads. The slices are easy to do. It's easy to add it to water, as well as, use in the salads. So the next one's going to be watermelon. As the name of it suggests, it's full of water. If you've ever had like the best tasting watermelon, right? It's juicy. It gets everywhere. That's the best. So you can also make it into a drink, a refreshing drink, as a matter of fact. So next on the list is juicy fruits, right? Not quite like watermelon, but pretty close, depending on how juicy they are. Grapes, berries, oranges, kiwi, they're plentiful that time of year. And they contain a ton of water that's really easily absorbed. So then we move on to the thing that people don't like maybe quite as much, but they're also very cooling, which is bitter greens. So things like chicory and watercress, endive, dandelion leaves, all of those things really kind of move the heat of the summer through your body. So there's also other green vegetables like asparagus, artichoke, broccoli, green beans, cauliflower, peas, spinach, Swiss chards. All of those things have cooling effects. So also one of my favorite, which I love walking out in my backyard and just grabbing and pulling off a leaf up, is fresh mint. I just stick it in my mouth and chew on it. But you can also steep it, the little sprigs. You can toss it in some boiling water for 10 or 15 minutes and sip it. It's delicious. You can also add those fresh leaves to salad. It really perks the salad up. So next is one of my favorite things also for getting my digestive system started in the morning, which is bananas. They're a cooling fruit that are commonly known for replenishing potassium. So the next are some spices. Fennel. If you throw it in a little hot water, you can make a tea, very calming of the digestive system. Cardamom, also a wonderful aid in digestion. It eases bloating. Basil. It's great also as an aid to digestion when you add it to things like salads and pesto. Delicious. So in the springtime in Chinese medicine, they use a concept called an element. So the spring element is wood. We look in nature. We see the elements, okay? And the organs associated with that wood is the liver and the gallbladder, okay? And the heat, right? And the energy that's associated with that spring is creation, expansion. You can see all the beauty of spring, all the newness that's coming out and blossoming. That goes for us as well. So in the early summer in Chinese medicine, the element transitions to fire, which is associated with the organ of the heart and the small intestine. And so that's when things are starting to get hot and energetic and fun-loving, right? And then as we transition into the late summer, the element associated with the late summer is the earth, okay? And the organs associated with that are the stomach and the spleen, right? We see the energy of the late summer as being abundant, full, plentiful. There's so much. So now as we transition out of food and we talk about supplements specifically, the question is, do I need to take as many supplements in the summer as I did in the wintertime? So also, is there any supplements that I should stop or decrease during the summer? So also, a really common one that we talk about and we think mostly about in the wintertime is, do I change my amount of vitamin D? So that's an interesting question because, if you're going out and you're sunbathing, especially nude sunbathing in the summertime during the really hot parts of the summer, you're probably getting plenty of vitamin D. But if you're protecting yourself and you're layering yourself with like 50 SPF sunscreen and you've got a big old hat and your arms are covered and you're wearing tons of protection because that's what you need to do, those hats or sunscreen, that makes you question whether or not you have enough skin exposed to produce the vitamin D that you're looking for. So if you don't have those situations, and or if you have those situations where you're covering yourself and you're protecting yourself, you probably need to take a little more of the vitamin D. So then the next really common one is vitamin C. Do I increase vitamin C? Do I lower vitamin C? Well, something that's really cool about vitamin C is that it's an antioxidant. So when the sun is out and it's baking our skin and it's causing some damage, the immune system's also kind of under stress or duress. That vitamin C comes in and helps. Also, allergies and sensitivities that comes from taking vitamin C are lessened and supported with that vitamin C. So vitamin C also helps with viruses, right, during the spring and summer. So sometimes, maybe your kiddos get sick during the spring or even the summer. You're like, what? I thought we only get sick in the wintertime. Not true. But you can also get sick in the spring and in the summer. So another place we can go back to with foods, specifically with vitamin C, is those colors from the rainbow that you see from the foods that you're eating. They're loaded with vitamin C. Okay, so if you eat a variety of colors from the rainbow of fruits and vegetables, you're most likely going to be getting some vitamin C. Some other really common kind of buzzwords are foods like turmeric, which are wonderful. You can super anti-inflammatory, helpful for pain relief, as well as the antioxidant piece of supporting you if you're under the sun. So another really common question I get, especially from patients, is orthoimmune is a supplement that we usually give out in the office. It helps with when you're under heavy stress. It helps your immune system. It has a combination of herbs and nutritional components that support the immune system, including things like vitamin C. So, the question is individual to your situation. Is there still kind of continued stress that's happening in your life over the summer? We often like to think that summer is the most relaxing part of the year, but it's not always. So you kind of have to self-assess and say, is there enough stress during the summertime that it may be taking my immune system down a little bit? If so, yeah, consider, a low dose of orthoimmune or something similar to that. I often think of immune support like that, similar to keeping a multivitamin. You want to keep the good stuff close at hand so you can make sure and stay well. So, now on to the bonus. Something to turbocharge your health, especially this time of year. A lot of us are trying to get ready to wear bathing suits, lose a little weight, feel good when we're in that bathing suit, have some fun at the beach, or whatever that looks like. So, is there some supplements that I should start taking now that we're in the summertime? Yeah. So, the general idea is if you want to lose weight, if you want to get rid of the stuff, the excess that you built up over the wintertime, what we want to do is we're going to cleanse that liver. So, we need a little liver support. Simple things like I discussed before, like dandelion tea, beets, beet greens, and other liver supportive foods. And there's also liver supportive supplements. So here in the office, we have supplements like Livoplex, Phytocor. Those are good, really gentle ways to kind of start detoxing. And it will help with reducing weight, increasing energy, giving you focus, right? Laser focus when done correctly. So if you want to step it up even another level, if you want more than just a gentle detox, you could do things like Spanish black radish or detox shakes, or have other combinational nutritional herbs in some of those detox shakes that really push that detoxification. Now we have both of those in our office and online, and you can see the link for full script down below if you're interested. So a word of caution, if your energy is low and it hasn't come up with the beauty of the sun, remember that it's really important that you've got to have enough energy to be able to cleanse, or you're just going to feel freaking miserable, quite frankly. So again, we're just going to overview for just a minute. It's important that we follow the natural rhythms of the earth to be well by changing our diet and supplements according to our environment and the rhythms that we're in, so that we can live the best lives that we can and be the healthiest that we can throughout the year, no matter what time of year it is. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. Please like and subscribe. Come back and visit us again. This is Dr. Fisher signing out.